Today I'm going to share with you how to make this amazing cinnamon sugar stuffed French toast. I'm Gianne and welcome to my channel. As a mom of 3 with 2 that are in school and a 11-month-old, life is pretty busy. But on Saturdays I always make time to make a big special breakfast for my family. It can be something as simple as pancake with bacon and eggs, or something a little bit more special like this French toast. I'm going to start by slicing a loaf of brioche bread. Now, this would be ideal for this recipe, but I know most of us, when we cook, we just use what we have on hand. So you can also use sliced bread, and you can also use like Hawaiian rolls, but just make sure that the bread is stale. And if you're going to use regular sliced bread, make sure it's thick cut so it can stand up to the moisture of the custard. The next thing I'm going to do is to make that cinnamon sugar filling. And I am going to mix together softened butter, cinnamon, and sugar. The butter needs to be softened so that everything just mixes together well, and it's also easy to spread. The next thing I'm going to do is to lay out my slices of bread, and then I'm going to use that cinnamon sugar butter mixture to spread it on half of the bread. And you want to be pretty generous with this cinnamon sugar mixture. So you want to make sure that the entire surface of the bread is covered with it. Now once you've added that mixture, then you're going to place the other piece of bread on top to form a sandwich. Press it down gently to make sure that the bread sticks to the filling. Next, I'm going to slice it in half, and I like to do this diagonally. I also feel as though it cooks better this way than if I were to do the entire bread as one sandwich. And as a gentle reminder, the full recipe will be linked below in the description box. The next thing I'm going to do is to make the custard to dip the bread into. And I'm going to do this in a dish that's wide and flat. That's going to allow me to dip that bread in evenly. To my dish, I've added eggs, milk, cinnamon, and I'm also adding vanilla bean extract. Using a whisk, I am going to beat this mixture. You can also use a fork as well. Just be sure to beat this until the egg incorporates into that milk. And now it's time to get cooking. I'm using a non-stick skillet, and I've placed it over medium heat. I'm going to add vegetable oil and a dab of butter. While the butter melts, I'm going to dip the French toast into the custard. And I'm going to quickly dip the bread into the custard. You want to make sure that it soaks up some of that custard, but not too much. So I'm going to do this fairly quickly, and I'm going to do it on all sides just to make sure that every side of it is coated with the egg custard. And then I'm going to place it onto the pan, and I turn my heat down just to about medium low because I don't want it to burn. And I'm going to cook this on all sides until it's nicely browned. That's why it's important to have a thick cut slice of bread, because you do want to make sure that you're cooking all sides of it and that butter sugar filling in the middle melts nicely. And that's it. And let me tell you, these were a huge hit. I served it up with strawberries and a light dusting of powdered sugar. Now if you do try this recipe, share it with me over on Instagram at GianneCanCook, and I will see you guys in the next one.